So it is only and we identify gaps. So we need to publicize it early. But aside that, formation of that body there, the first one to be in our midst. All the program that we did, not the personal money. Very important that the study that take
specifically about other actors and social.
for. Yeah, yeah. Was that I remember here so have that passion for you to come on board. You know, mentality.
Thank you for your patience. Engage Dr. Salami. Open phone lines.
It's my name.
Ola Kelani, thank you.
Approach the of the system.
Salami, do you have an answer?
Morning.
Good morning. What's your name and where?
You.
Thank you.
some problems. One, the building is a bit tight. Can help us. Two, shooting center, shooting ground. Have helped us to have the first 2 months before we need market too if it is up.
Thank
So,
you. In can the allergy who called about the primary health care center said they've written to
You write the commissioner for kind of challenge to them. For instance, the legislator from that in our constituency with a view to also explore all this. But I think that to go
right. Will officially open phone line.
wà nígbà kan sí kí ló dé.
ọmọ tí ìlú Ògùn coronavirus a máa
discussing about can I get to share your 2 cents with us? 67, that's our WhatsApp line as well. 7.
based on social or by cannot bite. They lack the requirement. That is not finality. They sometimes on 5 years. They are family. Lafato is a question or who feel the way he does that should be due to as one who
Best of my knowledge, community. That's standard. Somebody chooses to now go participate. You have some personal injury. Wife and of course children. Yeah, if with members don't send you into partisan politics. To stay within
Civil society organization. Question though.
my own area itself, and I'm sure if they have
Kelani, which is how successful. How successful.
what we are trying to do is to if women. So
Right.
what we expect is to build the capacity. But once the capacity uh,
I believe we discussed that.
that is the best way can be open in most. Once will be prepared to support that government that well is the best for them to be transparent. Then do the publication appropriate time.
Okay. Very quickly, let's have comments to even our listeners.
We should sit as for the taxpayer money that for the money that takes it and custody.
My last question, but do you think that to join hands together, morality,
In the community. Don't forget it's the following. Who decides to know us for what we are doing and Okay.
The executive secretary of Nigeria of the month. It's a special edition of Panorama. To the issue of the day for today.
For coming around.
Splash, your integrity station.
lóde.
àbúrò irẹ́ ló ń sọ̀rọ̀ báyìí. imú àti ẹnu àrùn yẹn á máa fa. ọjọ́ márùn-ún sí mẹ́rìnlá kí àpẹẹrẹ àrùn yìí ó tó hàn jáde. ti omi ní gbogbo ìgbà tí o bá fi ọwọ́ kọ. kí o sì wọ ìbọ̀wọ́ pẹ̀lú ṣe àkíyèsí sí i má ṣe súnmọ́ ẹnikẹ́ni rí i wípé bíi kàkà mẹ́ta wà láàrin. Ogun State homegrown school feed. The house ńkọ́.
Pipe low, take care, marry. If you can't see person, where cash am call. Plus, make una not be treat well. Con dey vigilant. Program with support.
Panorama.
It's time to get to the newspapers now and bring all right, well, let's start. Reached implementation set for May. The rest of that story is lawyers in solidarity protest nationwide. Federal government meet striking judicial workers. The inmates from Owerri prison arrested in Ghana. Insecurity, 70% of illegal weapons in West Africa domiciled in Nigeria. That's according to a UN agency. 8 repentant militants, kidnappers become pastors in Abuja. Abductors of Ekiti traditional ruler demand 20 million naira ransom. 2 policemen critically injured. Front page actually of the members of Nigerian Bar Association, a Keja branch, protesting to demand full implementation of financial autonomy of the judiciary in Lagos. Remember, that's been on for a while now. Prompt treatment of malaria can prevent kidney disease failure. That is according to experts. And there was a story of a police officer who was assaulted by a traffic offender. Apparently, he's been honored by the Lagos State Governor, Mr. Babajide Sanwo-Olu, the Deputy Governor, Dr. Bafemi Hamzat, and the Lagos State Commissioner of Police, Hakeem Odumo. So there's an accompanying picture here. Congresses as they threaten to withdraw personnel. And finally, on 2023, federal government says governing council's chairman to restore stability in the University of Ibadan, University of Port Harcourt, and University of Lagos.
Okay, now let's check out Vanguard newspaper and the front page of Vanguard newspaper. This one takes a spotlight. We declined governor's request to borrow from CBN. That's coming from the federal government. It has about 4 riders to it. Match allocation fell by 50 billion naira. Governors asked to leave within their means. Finance Minister saying that one. Well, adds government aims to triple revenue ratio to That's coming from the Angel Governors Forum. Still with Vanguard newspaper, refineries record a 5.4 billion naira deficit. Johnson strike, legislature, judiciary, financial autonomy starts May. Orders should nominate Igbo candidates. Still with Vanguard newspaper, mayhem in Anambra, and a sad one in two policemen, 3 others killed as gunmen. An ID, federal government appears before UK courts. Newspaper. Okay, Punch newspaper as well. Let's check out this one. Accountant General fuel subsidy rises to 500 billion naira. New crashing since Nigeria faces hard time. Gear up. Man reports kidnap of 7 rivers.
All right. Well, let me take you through some interesting headlines as well from, I believe, NGF, that's Nigeria Governor. $59 billion naira, by the way. Also, to recall the video then that was dubbed Gandola. President Mohamed Bazoum. And we'll head quickly now to their minerals and a raw force any athlete to represent administration. President, Engineer Musa Kida, who made this known. All right, we've got Dele Ayodo joining us this morning for the analysis segment. Good morning, Dele.
Morning, Lola. Uzor, good morning.
It's been a minute, Dele. You're looking good.
Looking good and spry. What's the secret? Have you found the fountain of youth?
Well, you just need to be contented with all the myriads of stories we people bring out every day. Just ensure that you keep many away.
On the spirit,
Always.
constantly. First story today.
Okay. Let's start off with this one. From the Punch newspaper, fuel subsidy rises to 500 billion naira. NNPC rules rise up to 500 billion naira for fuel subsidy. It's quite a huge. Alternative ways, in making sure that this huge burden on them is relieved. But it doesn't seem that.
Was the subsidy reinstated after the president announced it had been stopped, or was it never stopped in the first
No,
place?
it was never. Subsidy was never.
It was just an announcement?
Yes, as soon as that steps were planned, in the first instance, the announcement of the step itself was a reaction to the public cry.
Right.
So federal government, as usual, or typical, just okay, let's give them something to calm their nerves down so that they'll stop shouting. But the reality is that we can't stop subsidizing.
Now?
Until the necessary things. They're all huge, but not difficult to achieve. Is to the amount of consumption.
Right.
What does that mean? Reduce the number of those who buy for then rated non-essential services as those who use it for generator. We all know the quantity that NNPC has said used for generator. And what that means is provide electricity. Once we do that, then alternative serious means of movement, transportation. Let's use the train. To me, all these means of transport, that's where they should be investing, not on LURTW and the others. They're not even investing so much as far as I'm concerned on roads. So let's have alternate means of movement of people within. So this will also reduce the number of those who drive into the fuel stations. And finally, which is more important, is to ensure that we locally provide, or the raw materials are here. We locally turn them into fuel, the crude oil. If we can't for now, there are other ways that can be done. We can do exchange, we can do better with crude and other rather than spending huge foreign exchange on importation. That's where the major problem is. Once we get all this out of the way, naturally, then demand will reduce, and then the amount the yam powder and the salt. Because it's important that part of the responsibility of government to the people to subsidize that other areas will suffer. Because it's like you have two companies. One is not making any money or bringing in any money, then you are using the other one to finance it. Apparently, the one that is there that you are dragging will kill the one that is surviving. So that's what I will also talk. But that's the reality. That's the reality.
How about looking into alternative energy sources as a way
consuming vehicles. And those are going into another planet, not the Earth itself, the one that we just wait for China or America or Germany. If you have a substantial number of local, not that the problem will always be there, but of it.
Okay. All right. Well, you can drop us a comment online on any of our social media, Facebook at 17555 national planning. This was an admittance by the Minister of Finance, but revenues. And this is coming on the heels of a federal allocation revenue with 60 billion naira print. We should buckle up for even harder times. Maybe this should be amended. Harder times.
Discussion. Simply because I'm not elated. No, he did not lie. He did not lie. Somebody like me, well, village boys like me will know. I don't need the newspaper or the minister to tell me that we're in a hard time. I was listening to a public announcement on the radio in Lagos over the weekend, I think Sunday or Saturday, and 3 consecutive announcements were on price increase. Association a bag of pure water, and that even stopping the additional one they put when you buy in volume. Association of is it granite or something like that. About 3 different associations of supplies went to public announcement to announce increase in that thing. For a village boy like me, it's obvious. I know how much we were buying gari at the beginning of this year, January. It's over 100% increase. Go to the butchers. Everything. Perhaps the air we breathe. So I don't need any economist or a minister to tell me that we are facing a hard time. It's difficult. Times are hard, like we say. So that should show to me, confirms or perhaps debunk the academics cliche of recess. As far as I'm concerned, Sonny has this word. Of course, thank you for completing with me. So that's a critical problem. That's where I do my own analysis from, not the figures presented to me.
Is the government doing enough? Is the federal government doing enough?
Obviously, they are not.
Because according to Governor Wike, he said the federal government is carrying so much load.
I told you about that. I don't like listening to all these political leaders when they talk. It's because of where they are. Let Wike, as it's been thought, become the vice president of this country today. You'll be hearing different. That's why I asked if Obaseki was chill in APC, would have come out. If I was there, that's the first question. The second question is this the first time?
But there are merits to his statement.
Merit to his statement, but from which source? I just told you, I don't need any of them to tell me that times are hard. What is he doing, Obaseki, in Edo State? From truthfulness? That times are that we are moving, or we are now call it a muddy area. The Suez Canal, the difficulty in clearing it. It's easier to steer the ship into. That's why I'm even annoyed with the student. I can stand. Problems of this country. What has he done? Something for those statements from you.
Okay.
How?
The state
No,
governors.
not with some party. What did Tinubu did? He insisted all the others. Played the ostrich that for constitutional conference or conferences. So let the workers know themselves as technocrats.
Revenues. High.
Yes.
I mean, the price of oil right now is fairly to cut.
Thank God you use that. Problem.
But where should they
What-
cut expenses?
as the ministries and in the figure you pay. Not all aware of this. All those things. Let government increase the potency the things they would need. It's funny to hear that those nylon moving them from one point to the other. The electricity used. All these are expensive. Clean water, expensive. That you need to say that nothing wrong in borrowing, but you must borrow and spend in areas where that's what we are not doing. Expenditure.
Five 1067 0704. 555-1067 is our WhatsApp portal. Facebook Splash FM 106. Paper. And we've also picked stories from Punch, Premium Times, and Good morning.
Yeah, hello, good morning.
What's your name?
Ola Animashaun is the name. Ola Animashaun is the name, calling from Abeokuta.
Thank you, Ola, for calling.
You are highly appreciated for your submission. The one that makes me happier the most, the don't want to put up this money, is the submission on the 12 subsidy regime. The factor of the so many billions they are claiming to be, talking into it. And like you rightly said, they've got to give us the alternative. And like I've always been saying, I cannot be the son of a butcher and be eating bones like bingo. It is their body. It is their problem. It is not my problem as a citizen of our problem. They are the ones that are supposed to fix it, fix the refineries. Why don't you do it? Why must we be suffering for your ineffectiveness, for your like a successive government, preceding government over the years? Not compulsively continue with the factory deal, whether they like it or not. It is their habit to fight corruption in RTD. QED. Thank you for your submission.
All right, thank you, Ola, for your contributions as well. Phone lines are open, so call us up while we attempt to take some more stories so that we can get analysis on it. Hello.
Good morning again. Kelani is my name.
Hola, Kelani, welcome back. Go ahead.
I believe, I say, those causing problems for us, as we say, are those all repentant capitalists. Really, if not for this, apart from the reasons Mr. Yodo had already mentioned, if not for this, we wouldn't be complaining. Those in government that mismanage our economy should be held responsible for the problem we're having. Then when we talk of our refineries, yes, It's not that, that government is not spending money on refineries to repair our refineries. But the main problem is that I feel they do not employ international acclaimed builders, engineers to give us good services. And government has been spending money, wasting money in repairing these refineries. And these refineries are still not giving us positive results. So this is just a little contribution I want to make.
Way ever that we can abolish capitalism or capitalism, socialism is a way of life. There are people, if I may go biblical, is there from day one in the Bible. Yes, Egypt, when there was famine across the world, people moved towards Egypt to get food. And Egypt were not just giving people food alone, free. They were not doing for that Christmas.
All right.
You either work to get it or you pay to get it.
Hello.
And all the kings of Israel.
Good morning. What's your name?
This is Nicholas from Adizua.
All right, Nicholas, go ahead.
At what stage did Wike and Obaseki become friends? Whether it is true or not, or Obaseki is right, I am more bothered. I am more bothered that Benin was the center of art. The young girls who go to Italy in Benin, if they can revive the tourism industry and the artwork and the gross work in Benin, they will be engaged. Instead of spending not like 60 billion or 100 billion. Either way, the woman who goes to the market knows that she can no longer buy starting and that the handler has gotten lower for a higher price. Simple. You see, now, Wike is the richest governor in the world. But when you go to his village in Europe, in Elakaya, you will see people everywhere roaming about. To make sure that the ghetto in Europe, the crime rate lower. And all time and dancing. Anyway.
All right, thank you, Nick. About thinking of value addition, we shall come out of the woods. The world needs finished or semi-processed products. Petroleum products. All right, we have to go on a commercial break soon.
Jason's joint legislation. So one would look at this and say, maybe going on for a while now, and there has been some sort of agreement now within Johnson and the Nigerian government.
Hang around.
More music.
Kwari.
Ṣẹ́ẹ̀rí polówó fowó rà.
Jẹnẹrétọ̀ wà kò sí kò kàn yín. Water power supply tó ń lo agbára oòrùn kẹ́ ẹ wá máa lo iná lọ yàrá. One two 9267722. Ń gbọ́ bá a bá ka òkà lórí mẹ́wàá. Yọ nọba kó ogún ẹ̀bùn lẹ̀ kógún ènìyàn olóríire tún lè fi kún ogún wọn tí wọ́n ti fi ogún kó jọ. Bó bá ṣe pé èmi nìwọ ni. Tó o ṣetán tó o fẹ́ ralẹ̀. Gbogbo ilẹ̀ tẹ́ ẹ bá sì rà ń bẹ̀ ní wéré àtúpé pérépéré kò wá túmọ̀ síbẹ̀ o. Bẹ́ẹ̀ bá ti ń ra ilẹ̀ lásìkò yìí iye 20,000 naira tó bá wà nínú owó ilẹ̀ tẹ́ san. Iye tíkẹ́ẹ̀tì oríire tẹ́ ẹ máa fi jẹ ọkọ̀ ayọ́kẹ́lẹ́ bọ̀gẹ̀nẹ̀. Toyota home theatre deep freezer washing machine àní ogún ènìyàn olóríire ló máa fi ogún ẹ̀bùn ṣe ìfàjẹ́ lọ́jọ́ kẹwàá oṣù kẹwàá tá a máa jí kòtò oríire tètè yá kàn sí lè ṣe.
Omo, then we know. Check La Liga. Phone now.
You not tell me say you want yab me now. You sabi say I not get phone now.
Obina. You
help me now. How I go run now? To win an iPhone 12 or AirPod Pro on top the Bet and Win promo, all you need do download the MailBet app. Bet via the app or website. The more you bet, now so your chances of winning go increase. Oh, make you know say terms and conditions dey.
31st of May this year, now in this promo go handle.
Panorama.
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 Panorama. Panorama on Splash 106.7 FM.
Into the 4 in the morning, this is still Panorama on your integrity station, Splash 106.7 FM. We're into the second segment of Panorama. We'll call it from the pages. We're taking a look at the various headlines of the dailies as well as give our opinions and perspective on the headlines. I do know that you can you can also send in WhatsApp messages to that. Our Twitter is also available. We'll see your messages on the hashtag Panorama. Facebook, let's not forget, is also there. So the live on that break, we're about talking the Johnson strike, the legislature did
labor union are not fighting over which I think that sustained bigger than the individual running this country. Again, back of being a right activist to operate the right. What he's saying is the left. There's no longer right. Because I don't know it's not the government that will draw up the whatever plans they want to draw to let this work. And remember too, this has been on for a very long time, even in his first tenure, which is over 12 years ago, or about 12 years ago as a governor, that this has been on. So I don't know what modalities they are working. If there's any modality, they are not the one to work it out. That's why we have the technocrats as civil servants who will do that. But again, for the first time, like I said, I am supporting this workers. This is the thing we need. It is the structure. Fight over it. So let's establish it. Let's have it firmly rooted. So that years and long after the man who is there today, then the thing will turn. What is Wike and Obaseki doing in this regard? Do they need anybody? They are the one controlling. They are legislators. It's not on the exclusive list. They are the one controlling local government. Rivers just had the local government, where we even had that the governor himself did not vote.
Well, quickly, Daily. Not directly with Johnson, there's judiciary workers.
Uzor, that's the aberration. That's the mediocrity I'm talking about. Why should it be with a figure with an office? We are talking of structure. That's what the structure should be bigger than the office. Why should they be discussing with the CGNs who were appointed by them, have to be appointed by them,
So
and can be sacked by them?
Are you saying that they wouldn't have their best interests at heart, the CGNs?
No way. There is no way an interest of that. All these things have been laid down. It's not. They are not dashing anybody. No, it's not a gift from any of them. It's not. So why are they discussing with the CJ? That's the funny thing about it. The CJ, they do not have the confidence to look straight into their eyes. Without the CJ, we look straight into Kaduna Governor El-Rufai's eye and said, or to Wike, or to the man in Benue. Them. No, they are not the ones to discuss with. It's
from about people. My friend, please, I don't know whether you captured this report about only attack on police stations in Anambra, Imo State. My brother, yes, let me now comment on that because don't we have mobile men again? We've been saying it, let the federal government declare massive recruitment into the federal police force. This thing is getting too much every day in the southwest. I mean, honestly, I'm really irritated. Anyhow, policemen killed. I'll stop this now. Thank you.
All right, thank you, Baba. Which may be our final call. Hello.
The police. The policemen are with the former governors
including the supervisors of the CBN. At that force.
I really appreciate about their latest. At the studio because things aren't working because few people are milking from the mess. Local and generators and others are shareholders. We can't have a working refinery because some people are making billions from this. Okay, Ayoade from Abelkut. In judiciary will have more control of financial development. But I want us to get to the point where we're concerned, even when we have nothing to again. Lastly, this one is from Ola Joel from Ital Shin. To be frank, this government is clueless. Of the continent, but it seems like our leaders the issue of electricity.
Comment on WhatsApp or Facebook or tweeted at us at Splash FM 1. You do veteran journalist. What we earlier on.